not going to tell you when it's time. You've got to.
Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And it's 10 minutes. Okay. That's like 2 after or something.
20 after.
No, I know. I'm just saying like that clock over there.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you when I'm starting. I'm just making sure. And you know what you're doing too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Hello, Hope.
Hi.
Nice to see you. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
So I noticed over there you got one of the apples. Are you an Apple fanboy?
Kinda. I don't have like a Mac laptop or anything.
Mhm,
It's
yeah.
just an iPhone. I always had like my brother and sister's kind of old phones,
Mhm,
and then
yeah.
I wanted to buy my own phone, so I bought an iPhone.
Mhm. Yeah, her Apple's like a pretty good company. I got one of those weird ones. Like, have you ever heard of a Huawei before?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty good though. They're
Mhm.
kind of strange, but you know,
Mhm.
they do their job. So before we start the session, I'm just gonna tell you about the limits to confidentiality. So firstly, everything that we talk about in this room is gonna stay between us unless it breaches one of the limits of confidentiality. So there's 6 different ones. So the first one would be like a harm to self. So that would be self-harm, or if you have a plan of suicide. The second would be a risk of harm to someone else. So that would be through threats, or you have a plan to inflict harm, or I think you may do that. So the third one will be abuse of a child. So that would be someone under the age of 16. And that would be like physical, verbal, sexual, or like manipulation, right? Those types of abuse. And it's the same for people over the age of 65. And also there's a chance that the court may ask for our records, in which case I'll have to hand them over. And of course, if you want to see your records too. And the records are just going to be what we talk about here. And anytime you want to review those and make sure they're up to par, you can do that as well.
Okay.
So do you have any questions?
No, I'm good.
All right. So what brings you here today, Hope?
I've just been feeling a little down lately. I've been trying to get a job. I'm in grade 12. All my friends have jobs, and I don't seem to be able to get one. And it's just not making me feel so great.
Is it fair to say that you feel like just a little anxious?
Yeah, a little stressed. Just a little sad sometimes. Yeah.
And what does that look like for you? Yourself?
So, like on really bad days, like I'll just kind of sit in my bedroom and like cry, like I'll get kind of upset and emotional. Other times I just get a little stressed, a little anxious. I kind of overthink everything. Like if I have like an interview and it doesn't go well, or I don't get the job, I'll kind of just sit there and like think about everything I said or did, and try and figure out what went wrong.
Yeah. And that's understandable. It can be really stressful during those like interviews that you have in person. Right?
Yeah.
So how often do you feel like this, would you say?
Like a few times a week. Yeah.
And is it fair to say that it's really connected to like the fact that you can't get a job? Or
Yeah, like before I started grade 12, like I didn't like feel the need to get a job or anything. Like I wasn't stressed or anything like that. Like I was fine. And then it's just since I started to get a job, like I feel like I just really kind of think about everything I do a lot more, and like it just get a little stressful. Yeah.
So you say you think a lot about like what you may have done wrong. Is
Yeah.
there like a particular instance where that changed?
Yeah, so like the first few job interviews I had, like I didn't get the job because I didn't have the experience, so like that
Yeah.
was fine. And then there was one interview where the guy was just really rude. Like he just kind of cut the interview like halfway through, and like I didn't get the job and he didn't say why, and it was just kind of like I didn't really know like what happened, and it was just like a shock. And yeah, ever since then I just kind of feel a little anxious about that happening again. Yeah.
So because is it fair to say like because of that one instance? Like,
Yeah.
It made
Yeah.
it really difficult.
Yeah, and it was like I was like really nervous for my next interview because like I was wondering if he was gonna do
Yeah.
that, or like
Yeah, for sure. That's understandable too. It's really good that you're putting yourself out there and you're still committed to doing it.
yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So have you tried to? You've looked for other jobs since then.
Yeah, so like I still am applying. Like before I would kind of go in person to like talk to the manager,
Yeah.
and like now I find it's a little easier to just kind of apply online. It's probably faster too. It's less stressful for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm still applying. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good that you're doing that. So and you have all your resume and stuff still built.
Yeah, yeah.
And have you like attended some sort of like seminar or something trying to like?
No, so like a few of my friends, like in grade 11, I think they went, but like at that time I didn't like want or need a job, so I didn't go. I didn't think it was like relevant. I probably should have, but so I know there is one. I think at school in like a few weeks,
Yeah.
so I'll probably go to that, and then that'll probably help me because they'll tell me what I'm doing right or doing wrong and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're thinking you'll attend that in a few weeks and hopefully.
Yeah, that'll help me. Probably feel like less stressed because then I'll actually have something to work with.
So what strategies do you normally use when you go to apply for a job?
I try and look nice because like if you look good, you feel good, you do well, kind of thing.
Of course.
I just like I try to like stay as calm as I can, and I just kind of have the attitude that like whatever happens happens.
Yeah.
Like I try and not put pressure on myself, but like there is like a deadline, so like it's stressful.
Yeah, it can be stressful, especially coming up to like grade 12.
Mhm.
That's understandable.
Mhm.
Most people will go through some stresses at one point.
Yeah.
It's difficult to get a job sometimes.
Mhm.
So when you're actually applying for the job, and you say you get nervous, what type of strategies do you use to cope during like the interview?
So like oftentimes I'll ask if I want to drink, and I'll always say water because it helps. Like I was once told that if you like touch something cold, it kind of cools your entire body down, and it's like a stress relief thing. I just kind of take my time, like I make sure like I'm breathing because sometimes I breathe really shallow and then that obviously doesn't help. Just like things like that, yeah.
And it's good that you have those strategies too, and you know what works for you, and that can help you get through the interview.
Yeah.
So you also mentioned earlier that your friends had jobs. Have you ever tried asking them?
No, I guess I could. Like one of my friends, I think, the place she works at, she said they're short-staffed, so they're probably hiring. I guess I could ask her for like a reference or like an interview or something. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
And that'd be a good strategy. When do you think you could do that?
I could probably just like text her after this. Yeah.
Yeah, and that could be a goal for the next session. Well, of course, if you want to have more sessions afterwards, and you could contact your friend, and we could follow up after.
Yeah, and like that would be like really easy for me to do, and then since like I would know her, like it would make the whole experience a lot better and stuff. Yeah.
And maybe that could help you with your anxiety a little bit.
Yeah, I think it would. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so it also looks like that we are coming to the end of our session, so I'm just going to do a quick summary, and just correct me, of course, if I say anything that is a little bit off. So you stated that you're feeling anxious because you were unable to get a job, and you're also looking at attending like a job interview type service thing at your school in a couple of weeks, and you're also thinking about contacting your friend after this session, and maybe we can talk about it later on.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that I'm missing there?
No, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
No other strategies or anything? Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's good.
If you have any, like I wouldn't.
If you want to work on like being comfortable, maybe me and you in this environment, we could just like work on like actual interview stuff that way, and it's like a more of a safe environment. We could just practice that.
Yeah, that'd be really like helpful, I think, and like not stressful.
And is there anything that you're wanting me to do for future sessions to help you out?
Maybe just like I've never been to like a therapist or anything before, so like I don't like have like actual strategies with like the anxiety and everything. It's just kind of like things I've read or like just things I've heard. So like if you told me the actual proven strategies, that'd also be helpful, I think.
Yeah, I can do that research for next time, and then when we meet up, we can talk about that and see which ones will work for you. You can decide what would work best.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming, and is this time good for next week as well?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, for sure.
That works.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you.